want to remind us all that we are at the World Happiness Summit. And that is not just a fun thing that we're saying just because it sounds really great, but because it's true. And so in the spirit of belonging, I want you all on the count of 3 to shout back to me when I say, hello, London. Hello in the language that is most comfortable or original for you. So I would say, hola, Londres, because my family is Mexican, my husband's Colombian, and my adorable little toddler only speaks Spanish in the house. So that's how I would greet you, and then you guys come back to me, and I want you all to hear the beauty of what it sounds like when we come together as a world community. We ready? All right, ready? Una, dos, tres. Hola, Londres! Did anybody hear a neighbor that spoke a different language than themselves? Raise your hand. Amazing, amazing, amazing. All right. I want you guys to get that visual that the people in this room are part of a world community, and we have the honor and the privilege of spending time together in community. Tribe time. That is what we are doing now. Joining a tribe is something that satisfies our human need for connection. Again, that sense of belonging. Transcending that sense of, I'm the only one, I am alone, I am other. Moving from that and saying, I belong, I am home, I see you, I am seen. And when we think about tribe time and this ability to connect, we might find joy, friendship perhaps, and that sense of belonging. About 5 years ago, I said, I'm going to write a book. Has anybody written a book? Has anybody wanted to write a book and not written a book yet? All right, I see you guys. I will show you this as a sense of inspiration because I said I'm going to write a book. I did not write a book 5 years ago. I did not write a book 4 years ago or 3 years ago. But about 18 months ago, I said I'm going to do this and I cannot do it alone. So on the back, I have sticky notes. That is my book in sticky note format. And what I discovered was that I could not write alone because I needed that sense of community. I needed to know that I was not alone in this very vast world of writing and of authorship. And in that, I found a community, a tribe of other authors. We had nothing in common other than we wanted to put the words in our minds on paper. And that is what we did. Week in and week out, we met. Some people were fiction, some people were poetry, some people were business. Did not matter, but we shared that sense of community. And I am proud to say that that book is now published. It is out in the world, and it's amazing. So I am saying to you guys, thank you. It was a big deal. Thank you. The importance of community. And when I was doing my research for my book, I talked to dozens and dozens, almost 100 of thought leaders from across the country, and I propose a framework to help individuals think about social impacts. We're not going to get into the details, but the most important observation that I came out with is that when we're thinking about change, if we're thinking about impact, if we're thinking about belonging, and this sounds very obvious now, but it took me a while to realize, we must start with people. People are at the core of why we do what we do, and if they are not, then why are we doing it? And so I offered to you this ability to look around this room and say, together we will build community, together we are a tribe, and we do it because we are people. And WOHASU has convened us together because they are starting with us as people at the center. So right now, what we are going to do is break out into tribe time. I want anybody whose first time at WOHASU, no, that's not true. I want anybody who came to WOHASU by themselves to swallow their inner introvert and please stand up. stay standing, and no, stay standing if you're the first time. If you are seated, I want you to give a high five to somebody who is standing and say, welcome. All right, you guys can sit down. Thank you. You guys just sparked a connection amongst yourselves. And that is one of the first steps of what we think about when we want to build community. And so I am going to offer you 3 fantastic reasons why I believe that after I'm done, you should stand up and follow one of our wonderful facilitators out in the foyer to have tribe time together. One of the reasons is that we've said it a few times is community and belonging. And community is actually one of the 6 elements of well-being that WOHASU really believes in and proposes. And so we build connections together. You are going to be connected with facilitators who, again, traveled from around the world to be here to share their expertise with you. And hopefully, you will feel empowered by the end of your session. So if you are one of my fantastic facilitators, please stand up. Give them a round of applause, guys. People came to do this for you. If you see somebody near you in your row, make eye contact with them because you might want to follow them outside of this fantastic room to have your tribe time together. Don't escape yet, because I want to tell you a little bit about them. I asked all of our facilitators a fun fact about them. There were so many. We have over 40 facilitators. But just looking behind me, one of our facilitators was on stage with Oprah. We have many published authors, but this particular one has 17 tattoos and loves Nicolas Cage. One of our facilitators' podcast just won Best Podcast in this year in the category of Society and Culture. This one's really fun. One of our facilitators has a cow named after her. And one of them expressed something more profound of currently exploring how self-remembering may serve as a vehicle to move beyond goals and activating dreams. I'm sharing this so that you see the facilitators who are here, who are all coaches, to see beyond what maybe we would have just normally thought of when we thought of being a coach. All right? So we went through the journey of why we're doing this. We're doing this because we believe in a sense of belonging, of building community. We want to engage with new people, build new relationships, make new connections. So how are we going to do that? You saw all of our facilitators just stood up. Thank you very much. They all have outside in the foyer, they have a space that is for them. You do not need to sign up for tribe time. You just need to walk outside and find a fantastic facilitator who will invite you to their table to have a conversation. You'll have about 30 minutes to have this conversation. They will help you debrief what we did this morning. They will help you build relationships, build connections, and then you are off to lunch. But Elisa, I